specificity that will support each of those areas.
So those of you who are interested in making things more specific and getting down to the core pieces of what we want to do should really come and join the grocery store subcommittee too. What's next? Okay.
Question.
Yes. Yes. What's your name?
Ann Holcomb.
Ann. Yes.
And I was just noticing under the overarching rule about the food mix, I didn't see organic listed. And I know that that might.
It definitely came out high in the survey results. So it wasn't mentioned here, but it's definitely in the survey results, and I'm pretty sure it was in the overview that we gave the alderman. Yeah. So thank you for bringing that up. Next we have.
It says a unique opportunity to capture money leak in South Shore. Have a direct connection. Can you hear me? I haven't heard of one. Okay. Have a direct connection to local vendors, in particular African American growers and entrepreneurs. Support and creation of South Shore Food Action Council. The council will help maintain quality to create programs that address chronic health issues, and the council will also serve as direct feedback on the upkeep and appearance of the next grocer.
This is the council's.
This would be the council
outside of
outside of the planning committee. Outside of this planning committee, it would be a council that would emerge.
Independent of the grocery store and this.
That's right. And then also, we would like to work directly with whomever the new grocer is proposed. The community benefit agreement are stronger when they have political support, and a successful CBA also usually has broad coalitions pushing them forward. So again, these are the overarching emerging themes that have come, I think, that have emerged. If there are other ideas, please see Mia and I after this meeting. We'll be staying around to kind of get some other feedback from you in terms of what other overarching ideas that we should start looking at to be included in the CBA.
So yeah, absolutely. And if you can't stay to the end to talk to Julia or myself, then you can go to the Contact Us page on the South Shore Planning Coalition website. It's one of the reasons why Ava wanted to go over with you, so that you can put in your comments, things that you may not have been able to express through the survey. And you know, like many of us, we're super busy, can't come to meetings every week, but we still want to make sure our voice is heard and that our input is there. We want to help and support the grocery store subcommittee. So please make sure that you send in your ideas and information through the website if you can't make regular meetings, okay?
Questions, comments?
Yes. Questions, comments?
Concerns?
That would be great for everybody. Yes. What's your name? Calvin. Okay.
And then
You want to come on?
Calvin Mars is my name. I just wanted to say how absolutely thrilled I have been, and friends that I've talked to, about this community awareness and the fact that we're coming out and are involved. This is one of, I think this is one of the best things that has happened to me since my return to Chicago. And I think we ought to commend ourselves, and we also ought to do some organizing on our own. We have some friends, people who we go to church with, the mosque or the synagogue or wherever we go or they'll go. And we need to tell them about this. And we need to invite them here. And we need to bring them here. Because the greater our number, the greater will be our ability to get things done that we think should be done. And one of the wonderful aspects of this is that when people get to know one another, get to work together, learn how to obtain victories together, there are all kinds of other wonderful things that can occur within the community. So I'm just absolutely excited that we're all here. Thank you very much.
my hair.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just have a list of questions. Somebody might have to hold the mic for her so she can hear. Is this better? Okay, again, good afternoon, everybody. I just had a list of questions because as a concerned person, I began to notice when Ace Hardware left. I don't know if you all were familiar. That kind of let me know then when I asked questions about why they were leaving, they said they lost their lease. So now it thinks back, it takes me thinking back, is this when developers came in and purchased that area? Then it's amazing how that clothing store that's up there now, okay, if you got those, that's a franchise. They're popping up everywhere. That's why I take note. We got one villa. We got one up here on 71st Street, like we need other clothing stores along that strip, okay? We got that one up there. We got one in Hyde Park in the Hopkins Court. We got one on 87. Just FYI, think about this. So now my question was, because we know we're losing PNC Bank, right? They're going to tear down from Jeffrey to Euclid. Did you all know that? Oops. But anyway, yes, they're going, and my question is, are those the same developers that taking that? So now, and with that, I'm going to round it off right quick because with my concerns with that, what we're having with this coalition, I know it's about Dominic, but this is about this area, that area, period, to me. And one of my concerns in talking to my left seat neighbor is, one of my questions is the demographics of the committee, of the age group. Because in listening to some of these prices, not that I'm there yet, but I will be, thank God I'm still here. Not all our seniors can afford the mid to high prices, even with the sales. Okay, and I'm looking at my elders on my block and my seniors who also don't have technology that I have to take, which I don't mind, get disseminated the information. So we have to look at and look out for them. Because of them is why we're here. And my other question was, are these the same, I think I got that one, are these the same developers that bought PNC with the one Dominic's? Just cap off my city, what's the demographic age of the committee, and the prices we have to look at also for our seniors. And a lot of them are still in the community. How is this information got not to them because they don't have the technology or know how to do it?
So I'm going to go ahead and ask the question, as many questions as I can in lightning speed so that we can move through. And then at the end, if you guys want, if you have enough time, we can do an open forum. So really quickly, the main reason why the planning coalition got organized was because we realized that it was bigger than the grocery store. The grocery store is a starting point, but we do realize that all throughout 71st Street and all throughout South Shore, there are things happening that we're not aware of. That's why the technology thing happened. And it would seem to me that a lot of us are in the room because of the technology thing and because that wasn't happening before, right? So that's happening now, trying to get the word out through email, Facebook, Twitter, website, all that stuff. On the other end, we need you guys as foot soldiers to do the organizing because printing out even agendas and things like this stuff is expensive. And we are literally running, not even on a shoestring, out ether. So if you want to see more people on your block, you know, the seniors, the people like that who don't necessarily have technology, aren't able to get to it, then you must do the best you can with what you have as your own, as people on your own block, organize for yourselves. The next thing I would say is overall development will.
Just with the survey, so there are paper surveys at Sarah's Cafe. We put a box there, so not people who don't have access to internet can do a paper survey. We'll collect those and add them to the rest. If there are any other business owners in the room who can have paper surveys available at their businesses, we can definitely give you copies of that, so that it's not all just like, certain.
Yeah, so that's another thing too. So if you guys have access, if your neighbor doesn't have access to email or anything that you do, all of the stuff that you get in town halls is on the website. So you can print them out, give it to your neighbor. Mia said, we do have certain stations around South Shore that hold the paper information for the planning coalition. And so those are those questions. In terms of development overall, we are working with the South Shore Chamber and a few other people here who are, close related business people to kind of get things going and figure out what's going on with development. We know about PNC Bank, we understand about urban partnerships, we know about Dominic's platform, we know about all of these things. And we're gonna try to do as many as we can, but right now it's kind of like whack-a-mole. So, and I think that that's about it. We're gonna move on to the next slide, and then we'll kind of have an open discussion later to kind of capture it. I know I missed something.
I just want to say, if we could get a generator or a phone treatment for those seniors who are elderly that can't get out. Can we just have it where we can get to our, or we can get it be available? Okay. That way, not everybody can or will or won't. Sure. Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Can the people in the back hear me? Okay, so my name is Charles Callan. How I really got involved, I came home from school, you know, and my community was hit by a storm. It was literally devastating. School, when I left, was still on probation. Even more houses boarded up. No infrastructure really anywhere. And my first thought was, I'm moving north. I'm young, I got a good job, I'm moving north. But my parents, they wouldn't move. They were dead set on staying in South Shore. And so I left. You know, you can stay, I'm leaving. And then when I came back to visit, I always have to come back and shovel the snow or do this and do that. And they're like, well, you know, why don't you invest in your own community? And they had a very valid point. So I came back, I bought a house, moved into an apartment, and I got involved with the Planning Coalition. And I'm the chair of the Block Club Alliance, Southeast Block Club Alliance. And what it really is a network of block clubs. And what we're doing, we're changing how block clubs effectively communicate with each other. So we have a lot of different block clubs on the Southeast side, whether it be YEP, that's the YDP, or Saginaw Neighbors, or even going farther south, the Southeast Calumet Heights Homeowners Association. So we have all these different organizations who take an interest in their community, but they're not all communicating. And so what we want to do is bridge that gap of communication and find resolutions to issues that everyone has in communities on the Southeast side. The kids who stay on 73rd, they go to CVS. You know, a kid might go to Bowen, but he stays on 67th. And so the same population is moved throughout the entire community, and we really just want to bring the communities closer together, whether it be South Shore, South Chicago, Calumet Heights, Burnside, Hill, whatever you want to call it. We want to make sure the entire east side is moving together as a unit. And then we want to talk about the blight, because blight poverty is no longer affecting just certain communities. I was riding my bike this summer, and I saw one of those red X's in a Jackson Park Highland house, and my first thought was, whoa, you know. I never saw that a day before in my life. And so the poverty is no longer affecting just the certain pockets that it used to affect. And that's really what we're here for. And how do we counter it? How do we bring vitality back to our communities? We need a grocery store. A grocery store is an anchor to your community. When you move into a new house, what do you talk about? You talk about the stores and the schools. You talk about your neighbors. And the goal that we have is to bring back the Dominics, or a store that's on tier with Dominics. Get our schools off probation. Have the chambers doing some stuff, and do it through the community. Do it through pushing the block club model, pushing unity on our blocks. And we have the Block Club Assembly that will be held this summer in July, and it's really going to be a conference on block clubs. How do we make South Shore or South Chicago the new Logan Square, the new Wicker Park, where you see young professionals taking their money, investing in these communities, and making them better. I remember when I first went to Wicker Park, this was when I was maybe 11 or 12, and I was just like, oh, it's a sketchy neighborhood. It was a sketchy neighborhood. And when I came back from school, all my friends were moving to Wicker Park. All my friends were moving to Logan Square. So how do we do that in South Shore? How do we do that in South Chicago? How do we maintain, how do we build up and revitalize the communities that we have? And that will be this summer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions about the Block Club Assembly or the Block Club Alliance.
How many block clubs are currently in
It's 70 block clubs. Look, it's 70 block. If you go to ClearPath, that's the Chicago Police website, you will see 70 block clubs listed for the southeast side. How many are active? Not that many. We have about 40 in our alliance, about half are active. Any other questions? Yeah. Block clubs really, they focus on the abandoned properties. We have a lot of abandoned properties on the southeast side, no matter what community you stay in. So they focus on getting those boarded up. Young men standing on every corner, you know. And so and I don't agree with this, and this is my own, but they call the police, let the police know that young men are standing on the corners, hold back to school assembly, back to school block parties. Things of that sort, things to build morale for the community. Yes. Yeah, yes, I'm going to repeat the question, Shirley, I'm sorry. The question was, she said her block is very special, and what I'm just going to translate special as to, it might be, and it's not bad at all, but it might be, the new word is transient. It might be some people who are transient, some children, or people young adults on the block who don't have a family, or they don't have a parent, or something is missing, and so the disconnect between her going to talk to them by herself and her and a group of people going to talk to them about it together, it's not there. And if you actually go on our website, we do have, the Planet Coalition website, we do have some information to tell you how to talk to people on how do you bridge together a community that's divided, because what do the baby boomers have in common, you know, with low income or Section 8 residents, and we talk about that on our website. Yes.
Okay, I'm involved in the property. The one where I live,
She said she's involved in 2 block clubs.
One where I live, the one where I have property. We're having a block club meeting tomorrow for the one young girl.
Yes, Ms. Bixby.
Okay, but what's the last policy?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we're going to continue on, but you guys both stay in the same ward, really close to each other. I know you do. Talk later.
Thank you, Charles. So, next up we've got Tom Alcazar, and after that we've got, not yet. Tom, and then after that we've got media committee, and then the announcements, and we go on. So, Tom is from Eats. It's a, correct me if I'm wrong, a retail grocery store, concept store, and I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about that. Actually, Yvette's going to go first for the media committee. You sure?
I just switched it up. And I didn't know that was gonna happen. I don't know, and that's gonna be the problem.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the problem.
Maybe you'll go now.